Wow, hello. This is my first live stream. So if you're here, let me know. I will look on the chat. So this is my first stream, and I will be broadcasting this live sculpt. I already made it, and I will be continue with commentary on this. And yeah, this is art you see here. It's made by artist, as you see, called Camille Lucharte. So this is a great artist. So I encourage you to see her profile on Instagram. So I ask her for this, for making this, taking this art and making in 3D and live and for 3D printing. So I made it this 3D printed mini, already 3D printed on FDM printer. I don't have yet DLP printer, but probably I will have it. So yeah, I already made it. So I want to show you how it's done. So first live session will be just showing you how I made it. Now you see how it looks like in 3D for end result here. And okay, let's start seeing sculpting session. Let me switch. Yep. And start this. So if so, I started from the sphere. I already use rendering engine like second Eevee for it, and I already set some lights and everything. Why? Because that's better for proper seeing things in Blender. So the main viewport is a little bit not like exact. Yeah, but yeah, for now I started sculpting some shapes, and this is I'm starting with a head. So when I'm watching this art, 2D art, let me know that you see, you hear me. That will be nice. So I started with the head and separated with separate nose. So yeah, this cool way to start. And if you can't sculpt something already in one shape, it's better way to divide it from three separate shapes and combine it later. Yeah, some basic forms. Started already sculpt some forehead and some shapes of this fatty face. So yep, so if someone will be here, so let me know. I didn't yet advertise my first live sculpt, live session on YouTube, but this is a very good experience. So I will be continue this with next, probably next projects I will be doing for the 3D printing. Of course, you can also tell in the comments or the chat what do you wish to see. I think if you are an artist and you see this, you can also write a comment and just share your art to just I will try take one of the art I like and make it 3D and make the real thing, so 3D printed stuff. So yeah, so as you see, sculpting some basic shapes already. Eyes, nose and mouth is created, so that's great. Yeah. And the good practice is to set everything, your eyes, sockets and everything first, and then on the last place your eyeballs in the place. So if there is everything is right, then the eyes and the head will be correctly looked. Yeah. Nice. So the chin area, yeah, everything is slowly getting in shape, so already in like few minutes, but it's a little bit faster than usual sculpting. All sculpting was like 6-7 hours, and after that just preparing the model. So for 3D printing, also if you're interested in how I made this happened, let me know in the comments, and I think about making a tutorial about 3D printing, especially making models for 3D print in Blender. I don't know if you know, but Blender is fantastic to do it. To do this kind of stuff is already so powerful that I just use Blender. Don't use any app for preparing models for 3D print. I do it in a few years already and worked on few companies, so I know how to do it and know few extra tricks and stuff that are not mentioned on the YouTube or others web. So I will be thinking about this a long time, and probably I will be doing this. So if you want to learn how to do it, then let me know. So mouth is and face is already almost done. I add little spheres for nostrils, so it will look better and sculpt more simple. So those areas here, so like crevices and like behind, it's simple and faster. Yep. So not perfect, not perfectly done, but main goal is to make this similar enough to look like this on the picture. Yeah. So you can also comment me what you are doing on your regular Blender live and 3D stuff, and I will read all comments, so it will be super fun to make to read your comments. Yeah. So I'm sculpting now, almost done. So now I copy the head, because why not make body from the head? It's fast way. So I work on the mirror modifier only in sculpt mode, so there is no modifier here for now. Switching between objects by Alt Q. This shortcut was added a long time ago, maybe year ago, or maybe in this year, I don't know. But it's already really good feature for me, and when they add it, I already download beta and test it, and I like really highlighted part when I switch between objects. This is a really cool feature I really like. Yeah, so fatty belly, a little bit fat on the back, but not yet so precise with anatomy. Yeah, so belly button, yep. So I'm using sometimes masking for better managed sculpting areas, and remeshing is my I don't know, favorite. I use a lot remeshing and sculpting, but Dyn Topo is also, I'm using Dyn Topo in different areas of my creation. So this will be the leg, and I will be use mirror modifier probably in here, and or maybe I will use duplication of this leg, but we will see later how I did it. So upper leg part and bottom part I created. So upper limb is not done yet, but yeah, placement. I placed this leg. Yep. And now I'm preparing maybe some poses more. It's good to use parenting in here. Some parts you can parent objects to the one object, and then just only use rotation and scale and movement to rotate another object. So now I duplicated this. Okay, the duplicated whole leg part and mirror it with in different way and harder than just mirror with modifier, but it's super fast for me because it's I do it just like without thinking. So I duplicate the scale on -1 axis and apply the scale and go to edit mode, change normals and go out from edit mode, and it's done. So yeah, here I make some parts on the chest, like nipples and everything. Yeah, it's part of the body, so it need to be done. So yeah, already looks like fatty boy. Yeah, but art is amazing. The drawing is so precise in anatomy and features that you need to know how to sculpt it, and you need to learn anatomy too. So Yeah. Uh, Usually I use a brush on the X shortcut. So the first brush can just move this and change scale to see brushes that I use. Okay. And maybe I will add this on the bottom. Cool. Now I'm making modeling this like hair strands, big hair tail. So I started with modeling, not sculpting. It's simple and fast. And I will add a subdivision modifier to it and then add it on the curve. This model part. So I will use it for placing the curve on the character. Yeah, correct. So I'm using the curve, I'm placing the curve and use it for curving the mesh. Also use how it's called. I didn't remember. I forgot. Those hard edges for subdivision modifier to pinch areas that I want on the bottom of the tail, hair, and I use curves here for manipulation and placement. Basic. So I'm sculpting and like preparing this model to be more like on the picture. Yep. And now I will probably make hair blob, and here also I duplicate leg because why not? It's almost ready looking hand, arm, and so if you know a little bit of anatomy of the hand, it's similar to the leg because elbow and knee is behave like almost the same way, but knee has extra one bone and elbow do not have it because knee uses more force to bend and take more weight, so you need to have that one extra bone, like knee bone on the front. Okay, so I'm posing right now the head and posing some parts that look better. Determine the shapes where my arms will be. So the first look on the hair. Yeah, it's slow process, but some nice and relaxing. Yep. I don't know if you hear, but music that I play, this is my old music that I used to used to record and compose. So it's my personal music. So is I can use. Okay, a more posing. I prefer if I have already prepared posed character on the 2D art. I prefer pose it on the 3D sculpt 2 already, because well, professionals tend to pose it in the T-pose first, then pose it later in the proper pose they want. But in this case, I prepare this model for 3D printing later, so I know I don't need it to pose it. For me, it's like a waste of time, so I already pose model when I sculpt. Yeah. And yeah, 21 minutes passed, and probably 1 hour to go, because it's a little bit more. So in less 2 hours I will fit. Okay, so when I made it object that looks like her, it tells me more about shapes and measurements and length between shapes. So I now just jump from one and other objects to make those shapes more like on the picture. Yep, that's great. And yep, so if you are interested in want to see how it's done and painted already, so let me know in the comments. I will glad to read it and tell me what you think about this live stream and everything. So yeah, now I'm setting some lights here, but I wanted to set this light for cycles. I wanted to see in cycles, but I couldn't probably, so it will be quick, or I just missed some spots, but later on I figure out why I don't see the light on the eyes on the cycles render, because I turned it off, the glossiness on the material in the cycles. So yeah, arms and hands are really complex, because the forearm is made from 2 bones inside. Then when you twist wrist, the bones are twisting. But to understand this, it's you need to just analyze and see how it is created. So if you're interested in how to learn it, so I can also maybe make streams about anatomy too. So let me know. Okay, so some shapes on the back that determine some muscles of the neck. Here I set manually rotation on the origin to make mirrors in sculpting correct. Yep. So I made it and it's looking better. Okay. So now I make some parts. It will look better on the backside. When I finish this, the backside is not visible because there are some wings, feathers and wings, but on the bottom it's a little bit see this. Yeah. Okay, I will be painting this, and I'm thinking, I'm wondering how this will look like. This will be cool pawn to the board game, but I don't have a board game yet. Yep. So I'm working on the armpits, arms, and hands. Yeah. Thank you for the like. I'm appreciated. I don't know if you're watching this because I don't know if I have. It's my first stream, so I don't know what to look. But it's nice that someone there. So nice to it's happening. First live stream. Oh my god. That's cool. I already live streamed on the Arknight channel. Arknight channel is creating Dungeons and Dragons minis and art RPG, not RPG, board game. So I recommend you to look on the Arknight Twitch channel. I didn't set on the section underneath the live stream. I will do it. I will do it later because why not? And I also did live streams there. So, but I'm switching on my channel here. So. It's a little bit progress here, so changing shapes, placement of the objects, and yeah, it's it's now without any clothes. So yeah, I will add it a little bit later. Some pants or this like claw thing on their belly, but for now working on the hands. Yeah. Hello, welcome on the live stream. So if you see, I'm sculpting on the Eevee render already. It's really good, and if you set up your scene and lights correctly, it will be much better with sculpting, and you will see the forms and correct shading on your model, so you will know how much volume you want and you need to add to bring this form to life, to be the head or hand or so yeah, I encourage you to sculpt on the already on the render section on the second sphere render Eevee. But if you have also really good graphic card, then cycles and RTX is also a good choice. So yeah, so we have a big, yeah, how it's called in English, yeah, big, big, and some parts of the owl I started. The soul eyes are very, very funny. I love this art, and I think it's amazing. So Camille has more art on her Instagram, so I encourage you to see, and maybe I will in future, maybe I will do more from her art. So yeah. So now those eyes looks like eggs, not scrambled, but just crushed on the pan. Nice noise. So yeah, so I working on the eyes, especially on the crevices between eyes and the all brown parts. So I want them to be really like curved and popped in the same time. So to do this, I need to think about those shapes. Yeah. Sometimes I forgot some words, so I don't know what to say, but I encourage you to see. Encourage you to go to the chat. So, yep. So now some basic forms I added for wings that I will be using later for like surfers for what? Yeah, that's why. For you know it. For feathers. Yeah, for feathers. Okay, so this owl hat looking to the up, and yeah, some placements because it's wrong. So I mainly use G for grab, X for main brush for, and K for hook brush, sometimes scrape brush, sometimes and on the shift probably of on maybe control smooth brush, yeah, but not too much. Yeah. So this left wing is on. I didn't spot on the spot on the first side. The left wing is like resting on the right wing on the right hand. Yeah. So I will be using creating this later on. If you're interested in seeing how this is made it for 3D print, let me know, because it's not in this part stream, but maybe I will do it. I also have it, so let me know. Yeah. So second, what now? So working on parts that will be similar to the picture, more, yeah, mouth better and more like shape correct. Yep. So cheeks, correct placement of the cheeks bones. Maybe big, a little bit bigger. Yeah. Yeah, and this is looking already similar to the picture, so this is great. And someone want to talk to me. But yep. I'm sometimes switching on the regular because here I don't have any shadows, so it's better to see the form, but it's better to just sculpt in Eevee. Yep. Now I will use this part for sculpting the cloth underbelly. So the clothes, like, I need to change also material for different one, so it not will be in shades of skin. So I don't sculpt in flat planes this material because everything need to be solid, intersecting between each other. So when I start to make this for 3D printing, it will be really simple to make faster. Yeah, because the 3D printed part need to have volume. So without volume, you will not create a 3D model that will be in the real life, like this one. So yep, already made it on this, so I can put it in here or not. So now I'm using some hook brush, grab brush, and sculpt draw brush. Yeah. You need to have really good eye trained to know the volume of and depth of this picture, and so it's everything. When you look at your picture, you need to know how to do it in 3D. Yeah. So practice, 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 and foot sculpting really fast. So here I made it some ankles from lower part of the leg, and now simple shapes of the palms of the foot. Yep. And foot is almost ready. So created a big toe, and I separated objects, and this made it fast little toes like shapes, and combined this and remesh it. So it's like a simple and yep. So um, to make the food correct and fast, also you need to know some anatomy and first food. You probably will look weird, but if you do it correct and know anatomy, then it's great. And don't be discouraged, and don't just just think that you have some progress. So you're already trying, and yeah. And if you know that I can make it faster and different way, then let me know. I will learn it and do it better next time. Of course, of course. Always is a room for improvement. So now I'm modeling fingers, toes from the cube. It's simple, add subdivision modifier, and it's really fast. And why I didn't sculpt it from the foot, because this is like a little detail, and if I will remesh and join foot to the rest, I will lose the fingers, for example. So I just leave this as separate objects for now and just sculpt on it and fit the fingers to the rest like it's like one object, but there is not one object. So I will connect this at the end of everything. So yeah. I just wanna giggle and this foot. Yep, some muscles of the toes. Nice. The way of making the model is the ways are few or more than few. It depends of your knowledge of how fast you want to make this, and yeah. So you can from separate objects, you can from one object, you can use several different methods to make this, or use already made assets. That's the fastest probably the way. So if you just want to copy and paste and use it already made it as you wish, everything is good until it's what you want to achieve. So if it helps you, then it's fine. Also tell me if this hour is good for you, or maybe a little bit earlier or later. Then I will know how to set my time on live streams. So I can also sculpt something that you would like to see. So I'm really happy to make something for you. on the live streams and chat on the live and sculpt and make something happen in 3D and in 3D printed part. So after that, yeah. So if you wanna be a part of it, so jump in and we'll make it something. In this week I will make next stream, one more, because first is the hardest one. So hardest to start, but if I start it, then I will continue and make more. Yeah, and so now I'm not sculpting but model. This is better way for smooth surfaces, and I will join this and use my method for mirror and try to place the foot, this one here, and model this. Yeah, so yep. So ankles from the separate object and placed, and foot is like from nothing. From nothing, from in the seconds. So yeah. Well, I need to start working on my wings and feathers. So first I went to the web and searched some examples of the wings of the owl, and I started shape the wing more and to fit what I see on the examples. So this is how it looks, and probably now I will add detail to it. So I duplicated this part and cut it for first part of feathers, and to make models for 3D printing, you need to always remember to not make stuff that will make harder for you to convert this model to 3D printed part. So the all parts need to be fused in the one mainly. So now I created some feathers, basic feathers, and started already duplicating with Shift D. I could duplicate with Alt D, so it will make like instance, but I didn't want instance because every feather is different. So I don't want to create the same feathers. So create mirrored part of this feathers, but just will place manually, yeah, without any snapping, any it goes faster Yep. And excuse me. And now working on feathers and details. So, yeah. Let me look on. Okay. So this will be the part that will be inside. So inside the wing on the other side. So I'm preparing. Yep. I'm preparing this and we'll snap on the surface from the bottom and duplicate to just make it happen and look how it will be look like, and determine and decide what to change and how to set it up, this inside part. I didn't do it exactly the same as the picture. I could, but I just wanted to play around with fun. And yeah. So more feathers on the wing, and probably I will in a few minutes I will just cut parts on the feathers to make more random shapes and details. So you will see on the moment. Yep, I use 3D cursor for rotation the feathers, so I don't need to use origins of the feathers. And of course 3D cursor I can put anywhere and I want, so it's really really handy. Yeah, 3D cursor is really handy for rotation parts fast. Yeah, I already like the result. It's looking really cool. So and started sculpting some better shapes of the feet. Yeah. Okay. Come on the chat. No one there. Yeah, maybe next time. Okay, for now I want to use a hand asset that I created. Bad thing is that I couldn't use the rigged part yet because something went wrong with importing, so I used this without rigging and added to the scene from my asset library. So I made this hand and I will use it now for creating the hands gestures. Yeah, this was weird because I wanted to mm, just use the facets, but I needed to turn off the uh, smoothness. So I need to turn off smoothness and it will be good. So I just play around and figure out, and now it's okay. Yep. So I have modeled version of my hand and tried, and now I just posing uh, with the Pablo Dubar feature that he just coded and made it happen in Blender. So I'm really happy that he did it, and because I use it a lot of time. And facets are also really great. I really use it them too because they are handy. Yep, I'm searching my cat. One of two. So yeah. Those hard edges from subdiv modifier that are no, those are seams, probably, or hard edges from for subdiv modifier, probably. I created those hard edges and then crease probably, and use them as facets boundaries to create facets. So really handy feature too. Yeah. Hello, and welcome on the stream. So the hands are complex, so to make the model a better way to use just asset and pose it and use it and sculpt it, resculpt it and make it happen. So this is the best way, I think. If you have rigged hands, that is almost better and better. So in my workflow, I use rigged bodies, rigged hands, parts. I use it often, and it's really handy and faster way. Yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I will answer. So yeah. So this is looking better and better. Cool. So if you didn't know and you are here, and you are not, probably, I made it already, this miniature here. So it will be maybe available, I don't know. So now I'm modeling the parts and focusing on better shapes with the hands, because the hands are like also main front thing that you look at too. Yeah, so here I'm working on the part that you have elbow, going from elbow to the wrist, and there is a bone that always is almost visible because that's the way the forearm is created. Yeah. Well, I can also go on the left side here. And this can go up here. And this will be good. Don't know if this is, yeah. And model it nails. Yep. So it's nails are really simple objects, but sometimes it also you can do fast, make them fast or make them slow, depends on how you really know the object. So, and modeling and sculpting. So if you prefer sculpting, then try to make it in sculpt mode, but the small detail I prefer to model. And add subdivision modifier. Hello, hello. Welcome 3D printed. Yeah. So we are working on I'm working on this model, and I'm waiting on the chat. Maybe someone will respond and say hi. But if not, that's cool. Maybe later in the comments. So let me know if you like this, and I will continue and prepare next live stream. I need to set good hours on the live stream, so let me know what hours are the best for you. I think like maybe 2 hours earlier, maybe, or 3, I don't know. But almost everything almost is done, but without details. So yeah, it already looks great. So it's already hour and probably hour 30 minutes and it will be done. So if you are have time and stick with me and chat, maybe watch, so that's cool. Okay, so hand is more like in the face, on the face maybe. So yeah, as you see, I'm still sculpting in render EV mode. I already set it lights for it, so it's really good and nice way to see the model and shadows. Yep. Well, I need to start to go to the detail on this owl because it's not done yet. Yeah. This is the mask I use for making this hole in the big. Yeah. So. And I'm working on those feathers and here to do not stick out. Yeah. And need to create also this part here that will represent part here. I don't know if you see that will cover this part that's inside nothing. Yep. Yeah. So just duplicating, rotating, and making and sculpting to fit. And and intersect between. And facets in Blender are really good for jumping between objects. Just use facets as masking, and you are done. And this is a great way for sculpting between objects in objects. That's really, really cool. Yep. So let me know what you think about the stream, and let me know what do you want to see next. Maybe I will do it. So write in the comment, and we will see about that. And if you want STL of this all, let me leave comment in after this stream also. I already printed this in on the FDM printer. Better could be on a DLP printer, but FDM is good enough for it to make this bigger. So, but DLP printers and SLA or different types are good for miniatures. You can also 3D print on FDM printer miniatures, but it will be just lower quality. The people print minis on the FDM printer, but yeah, just better to make this on DLP. So I encourage you to do this if you want it. Print good quality miniatures and figurines. Okay, so I'm working now on the top side right now. I don't have this on the art, so I needed to figure out myself. So I go to the web, found some top side of the owls, and start to figure out how to make this happen here. So it is a process of art. So this is process you need to. This is on you, on artists, to figure out how to make this. Probably AI will not take a place. Artists not yet. AI can simple stuff make, but I already seen some AI, and now I'm not worrying. I'm not worried about it yet. It probably will never replace artist. I think AI will be a tool, but long time to replace. As electric cars, as cars that drive for their own, like so always are just cars on the gasoline. So and we driving the cars, so even the cars can drive themselves by AI. That still didn't replace people. So, and I think it will be years to my tongue is tangled. Replace. Okay, replace. Yeah, so Now it's looking way better, and more parts I need to do and add to make this tail and upper part of this all happened. So yeah, ready, steady, slowly. I'm getting to the end. Yep. So here I'm working on the mirror modifier, but it's I can break that mirror with extracting one object and just place it in different way. So I break that mirror with one object, and it's now it's just different and better. So thank you for jumping by, and I will see you in the comment section later. That's great. So few people already there, so that's great. For the first live stream, it's wonderful. So I'm really excited that movement here. So I will try to make another stream on yesterday. Yesterday it's impossible because it's yesterday. On Monday, Tuesday, on Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesday could be next live stream. I think I will set it up on 17 o'clock. So few hours earlier. Yeah. But I will see that. I will set it up. And we will see what will happen in Wednesday. So more feathers. Yeah, I'm starting to polish this all because it to be. I need to start to. It need to be better. Probably feathers and wings and some kind of some like kind of stuff like this are really complex and time consuming because there are a bunch of details, a bunch of random feathers, so it's complex and maybe sometimes a little bit boring, but never is boring end result. Sorry. So yeah, just focus and make job done, and if you're bored, just go and go do something else and go and make more in the next day, so that's better. and you will just push your art further away, further, yeah. Tell me about this. If this is too long for you, then let me know too. And maybe I will try to make live streams short. Well, we will see about that. How it will create your live stream, create this channel. Already this alders look funny as hell. Yeah. Yeah, and now you see the first time I'm using boolean in the sculpt mode for making some details. If you know how to use it correctly, it will make your life easier in Blender in many ways. But you need to know and remember that booleans can crash, and booleans can also calculate long if your mesh is dense too much. So take your mesh fairly low vertex count and topology, and it will be good. So you need to test and figure it out. Yeah. Maybe I will create some models that are movable after printing. This could be fun. If you want to see it too, then let me know, because I really like making those stuff too. So I don't know if for live stream it will be great. Let me see how long. Oh, 20 minutes and we'll be done. Okay. Now I'm just sculpting shapes, and this is the part of her part. So strands of the hair. Cool in the Blender could be making hair strands from the new hairbrush system and fast converting this hair strand to the mesh, and then just done. No sculpting. So I really want to use this for sculpting and making a hair, but for now not everything, and this is great. So my cat is watching me from my PC. Yeah, and hair strands are difficult to make by hand in sculpting, so this is just a rough sketch. Best way to make strands is by modeling and using curves. Yeah, this is best by, so for hard surface strands, like. I already tried using a new hair system with nodes and tried to make the hair. Sorry, and I didn't see the possibility to use bevel in the hair new system, so it wasn't possible before. I need to check again. Maybe I will use it on the next stream. Maybe not, but in the future, probably they will do it. So now I modeled the worm and head. In the modeling side is little, but for the printing I need to probably need to be more thick. Yeah, so for now it's like a base. So yeah, so this this wizard, as I called him, because probably it has no name, but so I called him Fatty Wizard. and now I will create the second worm that is with in other hand. Yeah, so I use curves also for it, add depth to it, and use it Alt S for shrinking and pattern function in. Yep, and now I already made it to the mesh this, and made it some adjustment in edit mode and created this worm and added some basic materials to be visible in the Eevee. Yep. And more details on the wings. So I need to start go with some details that I didn't made before. So let's go. Some sharpen details on this part of the cloth. Yeah. Stabilize stroke, yeah. Is really good too for those types of. But now I'm modeling the part that will be in the hair strands. So I'm using simple cube to do it and add subdiv modifier on it with some supporting loops, and it will be done. Simple. Maybe using sculpting too, or in modeling, changing placement of the vertices. Yeah, my kitty is talking to me. Yeah, and now placing the part to the hair. Yep. Well, already this is looking really cool. So I really like this. So now the cutting part probably in the footer section need to be done, so I will use to this also parts like boolean and sculpting. Yeah, or maybe grab brush 2 on the fall off, pointy fall off, or yeah. Hello. So it's looking more similar as the back on this part. So the part will be cut. So every this further will be cut. Yep, you can duplicate in edit mode, extract and duplicate in object mode, and combine this with Ctrl J. So it's up to you how you use it, your Blender and your knowledge, in which you can create almost anything. Yeah, I remember that after cutting, my Blender was crashed. So probably here will be the part that is not from the same place I started. So we will see for just a moment. Or maybe not. I don't remember if I deleted this part, but if you want to see live streams, not recorded but doing me a live, then let me know too. This is already done project, so I think it's better to be in touch with you guys when you will be in the chat, so I think it will be better. So we will see. Yeah, this was crash part, so I need to do it again fast. And switching between objects with Alt R, great feature. With Pablo Dubara, sad that he'll don't work for now for the sculpting part in Blender, but maybe later, maybe in the future, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, and those are those cats that I made it on the miniature that I printed. So yeah, that is really cool. And if I work here, I can add also one image. That I can show you guys. Printed part. Already printed. So this is really a small miniature. Yep. Printed. The smaller version. I have here a bigger version. So this is on FDM. Yep, as you see here. And I have it on my desk. And hello, the first person. Yep, so cutting tool, boolean cutting tool is really good. Not perfect, always can be improved, but for those parts are just wonderful. Yep. So cutting part need to be done. So very slow process, but effective in the whole run. So maybe some pouring from the cat. Yeah. Yep, almost done. I will be fairly and slowly finishing the stream. 15 minutes and done. Okay. So this is my first stream, as you see. I tried my best to prepare this, and maybe next time will be something different. We will see. And if you maybe you are an artist and wanna also live stream with me or sculpt with me on the stream, let me know. Maybe we will sculpt together something and compare our techniques. This will be really fun to make, and I also made it about this video before called Sculpting Wars, 3D Sculpting Wars. So I'm encourage you to join to this and be the part of something different, new, maybe entertaining. So let me know. That will be really cool to do this. So yeah. But for now I will make just live sculpts and sculpting sessions on the YouTube, and we will see what will the time bring to the table. Yeah. So, what do you bring to the table? I bring 3D minis. uh, that, so, okay. Almost done. Yeah. Need to set some parts that are combined with each other, so join together to be better to choose and sculpt together. So I'm probably doing this right now just for making some room and hierarchy of, yeah. Okay, I needed to create more topology on some parts. Yeah. Okay, I remeshed all of them and added extra topology, and now I added extra strands of detail with smooth stroke method. This is really cool and nice looking. Yep. This is really cool part. I enjoyed doing this. I remember when I did it, so it's really cool. Yeah, that's really good. This model I really like already. And maybe I will paint it digitally or in in here with the brush. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think you wanna see? But it is standing on its own, so design is good for printing and for hanging or putting on the shelf. Sorry. Yep, that's looking great already. Those details are better and feathers are looking really cool. Okay, and all is back and already looking fantastic. Maybe I have a better version of the image. Let me see. Not yet, probably. No, but I have modeling parts that I made it. So those are all looking like that. So this is the part that I made it for 3D print. So those parts are like in parts. So yeah, and this is how it look like, and I use this for making 3D print. Yeah, I'm using curves for this rope like necklace, or and just placing like intersections, because this is not a really important detail. Yeah. So like 4 or 5 minutes more and I'll be done on for the stream. So anybody who will watch it and who be with me here, so thank you very much, and we'll see you more live, I think. Maybe shorter live stream, maybe not, we'll see. Yeah, and now I want to make some details on this part. So I wanted to use a random stroke, but I didn't like it. So I used a regular brush up brush and sculpted some stripes on it. I didn't make really big attention to those details, so I want to do it fast and just rough sketch of those details. Yeah, because it will be just painted later, and maybe more detail with the painting. So yeah. And now some strands, rope strand. Yeah. Fast and simple way to make this. So with making a basic shape, duplicate it, rotate it, and add it to the one object, and then just inflate it, the whole part, and the detail is done. And simple. Almost done. A few more details and it will be ready to next stage, so preparing for 3D printing. So it will not be on the stream. So yeah, but if you like this model and you wish to see how to do it, then let me know in the comments and we will see about that. In the meantime, I will try to prepare next stream and we will see you next time in Wednesday. So maybe between 17 p.m. so your time 5 p.m. 5 p.m. on your time will be 9 a.m. 9 a.m. maybe something like that. It's a 6-hour difference between mine and on the other globe. So depends where you are. When you looking on this, it will be different time. Okay, 3 minutes. Changing some colors of the material and almost done. Yeah, I already like really this and I need to create like a stand here. So the stand is really simple. I didn't have any extra big idea for the stand, so I tried it few things and decided to just use it as I created. So the process of thinking of the stand was fast and simple. I tried to use a regular brush, tried to figure out how the stand will look like. And yeah. I didn't like this part, so I changed it for something different. and this will be it. So yeah, it's ready and steady. So yeah. So that's the beginning of this, and that is the end. So on the Blender side, this is looking like that, and STL file look like that. Okay, something like this. So, okay. So, thank you for watching, and thank you for being here. Almost a few people seeing this right now, but I'm really glad. And yeah, that was really fun to create. So, bye bye. I will end the stream. Turn off the music. Bye bye.